メジャー翻訳速報海外の反応へようこそ。今回はロサンゼルスドジャースとアリゾナダイヤモンドバックスの激戦をお届けします。ドジャースが10対9で勝利を収めた試合では、大谷翔平選手が歴史的な43本塁打43盗塁を達成。しかしクレイトン・カーショー投手の早期降板という波乱もありました。ブルペンが8イニングを投げ抜く中、フレディ・フリーマンとウィル・スミスの活躍が光りました。今回はこちらを詳しく解説している番組をご紹介いたします。ご感想などありましたらぜひコメント欄までお願いします。それではご覧ください。
His 43rd. One of each tonight. Make it 43 and 43 in his hunt for history.
Shohei Ohtani powering his way into history tonight. His 43rd home run, the first player in the history of baseball to have a 43 and 43 season. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Access Sportsnet Dodgers. John Hartung alongside Nomar Garciaparra. Adrian Gonzalez. The Dodgers open up this huge four-game series in Arizona with a thrilling, hard-stopping 10-9 win over the D-backs. They got home runs from Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, Shohei Ohtani, which we just saw. But this win certainly came at a cost because Clayton Kershaw leaves this game after facing one batter in the second inning. The bullpen, which has already been heavily used, no more. They had to get the final 24 outs, and you could tell Anthony Bonda, pitching for the third straight day, he was on fumes just trying to get those final outs.
He really was. But, you know, overall, the bullpen, outside of that last inning where Bonda's coming in, we know he's pitched for the third day in a row. And also he's thinking, I just have to throw strikes. I have a 5-run lead. I can't give any free passes and just try to get the outs. And they ended up scoring 4 off them. But outside of that, the bullpen did an excellent job to putting up some zeros, kind of finishing this game when their backs were against the wall because your starter goes out early. But the offense, that also does a great job picking up your team, picking up your bullpen, picking up the starters. You know, Will Smith, big home run by Will Smith. But overall, the offense, they needed every bit of those 10 runs.
They did.
Yeah, the bullpen did an incredible job shutting it down to give the Dodgers a chance to get the lead and open up that lead. And they did give up those 4 runs in the 9th, but then they had a 5-run lead, so they had that cushion. Great job by the offense there to come through, continue to put pressure, continue to put base runners throughout the game, stolen bases. I believe we had 3 stolen bases, some extra base hits, a little bit of everything in this game offensively, so it was a lot of fun to watch.
It certainly was, and it was a tight game until Will Smith gave them some breathing room with that 3-run homer in the 7th inning. Right now, Will Smith is standing by in Arizona with Kirsten Watson.
Well, we knew this matchup was going to be an intense one, but a game like this today, just the back and forth, what were you seeing from them, and how did you see your team and yourself battle through this one?
Yeah, that was a battle. You know, our pitchers really were just grinding today, and you know, we were able to grind as a team, get the win. You know, that's kind of all that matters. As ugly as it was, offense had a great job. So, yeah, just a grindy win.
Speaking of the offense, you had a 3-run home run, and it was an impactful moment in this game. But it seemed like it was a big moment for you personally as well. How would you assess that swing, and how good did it feel just to get that result?
Yeah, it felt good. We knew we needed to score a few more runs. But, yeah, it felt good personally. Put us up a couple more runs, and, yeah, we needed it.
I know you made some adjustments, whether with your grip on the bat. Do you feel like those adjustments were what allowed for that result?
Yeah, I mean, just continue to work, continue to put in the work with the hitting coaches, and just kind of grind through it. Yeah, that's what we do. We just keep working and go out every day and try to win a ball game.
How would you describe what the bullpen did this evening?
Yeah, it was just grindy. It was just one of those days, but we were able to, you know, score more runs than them, keep them from scoring some more, and yeah, got the win.
All right, well, congratulations on this win tonight, Will.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Dodgers 10-9 winners over the Diamondbacks. Shohei Ohtani, first at bat, first pitch of the game, a ringing double, gets hit by a pitch later, steals second base number 43 on the season, and then he hits that home run in the 8th inning, Adrian. Made it 10-5. We thought, all right, just a little insurance, but it was an historic blast for him because he becomes the first 43 guy in the history of the game.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, you know, just a great piece of hitting, staying inside of baseball. And, you know, with the stolen base, with this home run, head down, I love it. He can go out to any part of the ballpark, but this is a historic home run. First player to 43, just an incredible season all along, but this home run was huge today.
It really is, and I just like the swing in and of itself. For him going the opposite way, we always say he's hitting so well when his head, his body's staying behind the ball, going the other way, because we know he can pull it and he can hit it a long way. But power and the stolen bases, here we're going to see 43 where he just kind of gets a good jump. You know, he's also picked, the way he picks his spot. spots. He understands, too, the moment to count. Certain guys up, the whole situation, and getting over there and scoring position. And as we've seen this here, I think this might be the 11th or 12th game this year where he's had a stolen base and a home run. I mean, he's special, fun to watch. Like we said, we are on a 50-50 watch for Mr. Shohei Ohtani.
Well, that home run that he hits made it a 10-5 game. Little did we know when he hit it that would prove to be the difference in the game as the Dodgers hang on to win it 10-9. Obviously, we weren't expecting to see Clayton Kershaw only pitch 3 outs to get 3 outs in this game, and he leaves after giving up a leadoff home run in the second inning. Left big toe pain, Nomar. Certainly, that's something that's concerning because he had to come out of this game so early.
Yeah, it was really interesting, especially after he gave up that home run where, you know, it almost looked like they kind of knew, like, because the way the trainer came out, Dave Roberts came out, it was almost like, all right, and Clayton Kershaw just started walking off. It wasn't a really long conversation. We see right here, gives up the home run. The ball just kind of hung there. It was a hanging breaking ball. Courtney Carroll takes advantage of that, but just not too much after that ball was hit. He was kind of knowing that they were coming out and just started walking off. And it seemed like even the training staff and Dave Roberts were aware that something was going on with his toe.
Yeah, there had to be something going on before the game, then nothing was disclosed, or something happened, you know, at some point during the game where he hurt his big toe. We will find out, but hopefully he will be okay.
Well, he goes 1 inning in this game. The bullpen has to get 24 outs, Adrian. You still have 3 more games in a very critical series, and you start to wonder, how are they going to get through the next 3 games against this Diamondbacks team and how good their offense is when most of your relievers have really been taxed?
Yeah, they have been taxed, and it starts with Gavin Stone tomorrow. It starts with him going out, taking the mound, and going deep into the game. They need him to give him length. They need him to go out there and give him, you know, potentially over 100 pitches, and you know, just go out there and give him a chance to win. But this is a bullpen that has been taxed. Today was a big factor in that. A lot of pitchers going for the 3rd day in a row today. So maybe they make a move somewhere along the lines there. But you know, they definitely need somebody to give him length after Gavin Stone.
Yeah, I mean, you got Gavin Stone, who's definitely, you can put some pressure on him to go deep, and it'll be a really interesting see how it plays out tomorrow, because I can see being one of those games where even if he doesn't have his stuff, sometimes you can say you just have to take it. You got to go out there and give as many innings as you possibly can, just due to the fact that the bullpen has been taxed so much. You got to give these guys a break, some form, and somehow, in order for them to, especially even to just finish off this series. Yeah, it was good to get game number 1. There is no doubt about that. You're saying coming into this series, talked about what a big series, and you needed game 1, and they got it. Then we're just going to see, as this rest of the series plays out, at what expense, you know, because of the bullpen. But obviously, you had to use him. There's no question about that, because, you know, you don't foresee your starting pitcher getting injured.
Well, we saw Shohei Ohtani's home run. Already talked about that one, Nomar. But 2 other guys in the lineup who really needed a night like this. Freddie Freeman coming off missing that entire series against the Orioles. A 3-0 pitch that he leaves the yard on. And Will Smith, we talked about him on the pregame show. His struggles really since the start of May. Good to see him coming through with that huge 3-run bomb.
That was huge. And, you know, when it comes to Freddie Freeman early on, it was really great. We heard him talking before the game that he was able to go through his routine, which was really, you know, you always say is really critical. It was one of the toughest things when he's dealing with the finger, is not to go over his normal routine, the amount of swings he likes to take, to get him locked in, to make him feel comfortable at the plate. He did that today, and then it looked like he was comfortable, gets a 3-0 pitch. I mean, you're comfortable and feeling all right when you're like, listen, 3-0, you don't even have to look. Freddie Freeman has the green. He gets to decide whether he's swinging or not. You don't have to tell him take or anything like that. He's the one deciding. He'll let you know, and he'll let you know that he's swinging away right there. But what I like on a 3-0 pitch is you going the other way on a 3-0 pitch, because it's really easy to get big, pull off the ball, and try to pull that. But he stays inside. And then for Will Smith, I think this was huge just for his confidence.
Yeah, 100%. I think these 2 guys hitting home runs is huge, not for their own personal confidence, but for the team going forward. You know, you have Freddie Freeman, who had struggled with a broken finger, and now he's able to go through his routine and is able to come back after 3 days off. He gets a home run. That's a big boost for the team, knowing that he's feeling better. And then Will Smith having a little bit of a struggle for the last few months, and being able to come up with that huge home run. Had a really good swing in his last at-bat, hitting a line drive to right field as well. So seeing those guys, both of them, have success, have good swings, and add to the offense of this team is huge.
And you could tell by his reaction. Will Smith's rounding first base, what that hit, that home run meant to him. He rarely shows emotion. He showed a lot right there. Right now, let's head back to the booth, check in one final time with Joe Davis and Oral Hershiser.
Wow. Yeah, 10-9. Dodgers win the game. Bottom line is they win the game, and what a weird game it was.
It really was. There were a lot of positives. You know, you think about Freddie Freeman's first at bat. You think about Muncy and Will Smith getting his home run. I think about Clayton Kershaw on the negative side. Really a gut punch to feel like, you know, his toe gets to that point, and I just hope and pray that that thing is not long term.
With 8 innings from the bullpen today, Gavin Stone, who's gone 7 innings each of his last 2 starts, going to have to give him length again.
Yeah, he's had some depth to the breaking ball. He's had the outstanding changeup that's really, really good, and if the fastball location's there, I put nothing by him that if he goes 100 pitches, he could go to the 6th or 7th.
All right, Dodgers have extended the lead in the division to 5 games, their largest lead in a few weeks as they take the first one from the Diamondbacks.
And here's what Joe Davis was just talking about. The standings in the National League West. The Dodgers at 81-54 now lead the Diamondbacks by a full 5 games, and also the Padres, who won tonight in Tampa by 5 full games as well. Dodgers won the game, but an early exit for Clayton Kershaw felt like the big story of this game early on. We will hear from Kersh as well as Dave Roberts coming up. Carl's Jr. moment of the game, Shohei Ohtani, 8th inning. Adrian, his 43rd home run of the year. This puts him into a company of 1 himself as the first 43 guy in the history of the game.
He himself and Shohei does it all. 43 home runs, also stole a base, but this home run right here is the moment of the game because it gave us the 10th run, which is the amount of runs that we needed in this game. Great swing, love the seeds flying. That ball was demolished to left field.
Certainly was. Dodgers hit 3 homers tonight. Freddie Freeman going deep after missing that series against the Baltimore Orioles. Let's hear from Freeman right now with Kirsten and the media.
Freddie, just I know we talked about you coming back, obviously still dealing with that fracture, but with the home run today, did it feel like whether a sense of relief or just knowing the work you've put in the last couple of days kind of put you in a good position today?
Yeah, I wouldn't say relief. I just glad the work I put in the last couple of days and the 3 days of missing were kind of paid off. But, you know, I felt good up there. You know, I kind of, after the second bat, kind of some rollovers, but ultimately saw the balls all right tonight and hopefully carry that in tomorrow.
This game was clearly a grind, I think, just on all assets of it. Just how do you describe kind of the battle that you guys fought out there?
Yeah, kind of fitting how it ended and the way it started, going back and forth. I don't think anybody envisioned a Kershaw-Gallen game going 10-9, but huge shout-out to our bullpen covering 8 innings. Hopefully Kershaw's okay, but, you know, kind of fitting that start the series off like this. A lot of electricity in the crowd tonight, so a good start. Glad we got the win.
How do you kind of take a deep breath and regroup after you see Kershaw come out?
I mean, I thought we did a good job. We scored 3 no, wait, we scored, yeah, before he came out. But I mean, it's tough. We've been grinding. Bullpen's been grinding kind of all year. But hats off to them. So gonna need some big starts out of Stoney tomorrow. So hopefully Kershaw's okay. But I'm glad the way we battled today and finished this game off with a win.
Yeah, the Dodgers bullpen have to cover the final 8 innings, getting 24 outs, no more. And it was a really good game for the Dodgers defensively. Even if there weren't spectacular plays, they played a very clean game defensively. A lot of good stuff behind. Remember, fans, each night, if Dodgers pitchers strike out at least 7 batters, everyone will get a free Jumbo Jack the following day at Jack in the Box when you purchase a large drink. This is only at LA area restaurants. Unfortunately, it came up 1 shy, just 6 strikeouts tonight, but there's another chance coming up tomorrow when Gavin Stone takes the mound in Arizona. Dodgers 10-9 over the D-backs in the series opener. Max Muncy had himself a 2-hit night, played some really good defense at third base. Right now, he's in the clubhouse talking with Kirsten and the media.
Max, obviously with this matchup in the series, we knew it was going to be an intense one, but when you look at just kind of how this game played out, obviously finding a way to come out with this win, just kind of how would you describe this one?
It was a battle. You know, props to our bullpen. They had to get through a lot of innings today. You know, feel for Kersh. Hopefully it's nothing too bad, but you know, it was just kind of a battle. Get in late last night. It was really hot today. I know it's inside, but it's still really hot, and so it was just kind of a battle for everybody. And you know, I feel like everyone was just giving their best and not complaining about anything and going out there and just trying to do their job.
How tough is it to win one of those games where you have the early lead, Kersh goes out, you lose it, you have as many pitchers come in, like just kind of staying even keeled as a team? How difficult is that all to manage?
Yeah, you know, it's tough, but everyone just knows you got to go out there and focus on what you can control. And so, you know, offense is trying to string together good innings, string together good at-bats. Bullpen is trying to come in and have clean innings. And, you know, for the most part, we accomplished that throughout the entire game. And so it was, you know, proud of the guys for doing that. It was a tough one today.
Given just the way the game played out and kind of what it means in the standings, like, does this feel like one of your guys' biggest wins of the year?
I mean, it's hard to say that. I think it's one of the biggest wins, just considering the circumstances of how the game unfolded. If you take out the opponent, you know, it was just, like I said, it was a really hard fought battle, and you know, it was just fun to see that there was no quitting the guys. You know, top to bottom, everyone was going out there trying to give their all.
Well, we heard Max Muncy talking about how much the bullpen had to pitch in this game. They had to get 24 outs, Adrian, and they had just enough gas in the tank to get to the finish line in this one. Anthony Bonda, pitching 3 days in a row for the second time this month, gave up 4 runs there in the 9th, but he was able to get those final 2 outs.
He was, and you know, this is an inning where he was up 5 runs. Came in just wanting to throw strikes, wanting to attack hitters, and
can possibly go 2 to 3 innings. They just don't have that guy in the bullpen. So now you're asking guys to go 1 inning at a time, and a bullpen that has been used quite often. Bonda having to come in, kudos to him, coming in like, all right, give me the ball, 3rd day in a row, go out there, and I'll give you what I got. And that's what he did. I mean, and it's good. This is what the offense has to do, too. When you have nights like this, them to be able to give the bullpen a cushion as best they can in case there might be moments like this. But he understands the circumstance. You don't want to walk anybody. You don't want to give any free passes. You want to go out there and you want to make them earn it. And, you know, when you think of that home run, that one just hung because the pitch before that was pretty nasty.
All right, right now let's get back to Arizona because Clayton Kershaw is talking with Kirsten and the media.
Clayton, we were told you exited the game with pain in your big toe. Is that something you've been dealing with? And I guess kind of what happened there in that moment?
Yeah, I just couldn't really push off. You know, it's frustrating when, you know, everything else seems to be feeling great, but, you know, I just, no matter what I did, I couldn't find a comfortable way to push off on my toe. So, you know, it's super frustrating. Obviously, put the team in a really tough spot, you know, having the bullpen to cover 8 innings. But the team did amazing. You know, they battled and grinded, and I know the bullpen's hanging after today, so, you know, obviously disappointed that I was the culprit of that, but they did an unbelievable job, and it was a big win for us.
Is this something that you've dealt with before, and are, I guess, and even looking ahead, are you kind of concerned as to what is next for you in regard to this injury?
Yeah, I'll just have to see how I come out of it tomorrow. Not a lot of answers right now, but yeah, no matter what I did, I couldn't really find a way to push off tonight. So, you know, maybe it'll feel better tomorrow. I don't know.
Were you feeling in that pregame or during the first inning?
I felt it.
Did you alert the team in the dugout after the first? It looked like Joe was already warming when you went out there for the second.
I just felt it. Yeah.
Are you going to have an X-ray or an MRI, anything on it?
We'll figure all that stuff out tomorrow, probably.
Was it affecting like all your pitches? It looked like the velo on the fastball and slider were okay, but like the curveball one was down. Was it anything in particular that made it tougher?
Just didn't feel great. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right.
Feel better.
All right, that's Clayton Kershaw giving some answers in the clubhouse after this game. Still, we don't really know exactly what happened to the toe, but clearly it was bothering him. He said he couldn't push off Nomar, and for a pitcher, that's a tough thing to deal with if you're dealing with pain and you can't push off the mound.
Well, it's quite critical. And then you heard them talk about, you know, his breaking ball and the velocity. Well, if you can't push off of it, that's going to affect your velocity, and then you're going to see a ball that just kind of hangs over there with a breaking ball with not having the bite that you're used to having. So obviously, he was dealing with something, dealing with the pain there, and you know, they asked him, you know, was there something that you let them know? It looked like they were aware that something was going on because, yeah, they did have Kelly warming up in the bullpen just in case, and like I said, it didn't take long for him to come out. So he said we'll know more tomorrow. So hopefully, what we hear tomorrow is better than what we saw today, as far as the fact that he has to come out, which is never a good sign. So hopefully we have good news tomorrow.
Yeah, we know a couple of things. He felt it and it hurt, and he wasn't able to push off. So that is not something that you're able to pitch with or pitch through. You know, the team knew about it when he went into that second inning, and you know, you hear the players talk about it in their post-game interviews. Hopefully he is okay. So let's hope he's okay.
And somehow the Dodgers were able to pull it out. They got a 10-9 win in a thrilling game in Arizona. We are waiting to hear from Dave Roberts coming up after Kershaw left that game in the top or the bottom of the second inning. Plenty more reaction straight ahead. Dodgers thrilling 10-9 win over the Arizona Diamondbacks. Let's go right back to Chase Field because Dave Roberts is talking with the media.
Dave, first just with Clayton Kershaw, he told us that just with his toe, he's been feeling it, but obviously kind of looking for more answers at this point. What is, I guess, your concern level just with him, and just what was, maybe not awareness, but I guess kind of what was the situation with his big toe, I guess, going into this one?
There was some awareness. It's a bone spur, and it's obviously not good. There's swelling, there's pain, so he's doing everything he can to kind of get through things. Some starts it feels fine and it's not impeding. Today certainly it was, and he just, he had no legs today, obviously, and then you start worrying about how it could affect his arm. And so there was just no other alternative but to take him on that second inning after the Carroll at bat. So we're going to see how he comes in tomorrow. We got somebody coming just to potentially, if it is an IL situation, because obviously to have to cover 9 innings, 8 innings tonight, given where we're at over the last series. All these guys are going to be down, and we pitched guys tonight that we were really trying to stay away from, but we had to finish the game and cover the game. So that's kind of the circumstance. We'll see how he comes in, but I'd be shocked if we don't have to make a move, or two tomorrow.
When you kind of looked at what Clayton was doing out there, what was the biggest indicator, I guess, for you? Because it seemed like even after that home run, you got out there pretty quickly, just knowing that something needed to change.
Yeah, I didn't know anything, until after the first inning. He came to me and said that, the toe is just not feeling good and it's very painful, and he's going to give us what he has, and just, so at that point in time, I was going to keep a close eye on him and watch him in his warm-ups, and then, gets ahead of Carroll, and then he hangs a breaking ball, and I just felt that he just had nothing left.
How long has he been dealing with that bone spur?
It's been, I'm sure it's been a couple years, just off and on, just sometimes it just shows itself, and he's doing everything he can, and so I don't know how long it's been. I really don't, but it's been a long time that he's had good starts, he's had mediocre starts, but it's been a thing certainly for this year.
Does he take shots?
Dodgers get game 1 of 4. Gavin Stone gets the ball Saturday night against the Diamondbacks. He's been great over his last 3 starts, allowed just 2 earned runs in 19 innings, Nomar. He's going to try to continue that, and the Dodgers need him.
Yeah, they definitely do. There's a lot of pressure on Gavin Stone. I mean, obviously, he has been pitching outstanding, and he's been coming through. I mean, he has really been the guy that's been so solid this year, and they're going to need that once again in the next game.
Yeah, he's been the rock, and he's been incredible in the rotation, and they definitely need the length tomorrow to cover the innings that the bullpen will not be able to cover. Let's go, Gavin.
All right, Dodgers now have a 5-game lead in the National League West. For Nomar, Adrian, and Kirsten, I'm John. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Pre-game coverage begins at 4 o'clock on Sportsnet LA.
それではここからは総括をお届けします。ドジャースが10対9でダイヤモンドバックスを下し、シリーズ初戦を制しました。しかし、カーショーの早期降板という代償を払うことになりました。ブルペンは8イニングを投げ抜き、チームの粘り強さを示しました。打線も奮起し、フリーマンとスミスの本塁打が勝利に貢献。そして大谷翔平選手は43本塁打43盗塁という歴史的な記録を達成。この勝利でドジャースは地区首位の座を5ゲーム差で守りましたが、カーショーの状態が今後のローテーションに影響を与える可能性があります。明日のストーン投手の登板がこのシリーズの行方を左右するかもしれません。皆さんはどう思いましたか？あなたのご意見やご感想、このようにしていたらよかったなどありましたら、ぜひコメント欄で教えてください。この動画が面白いと思っていただけましたら、チャンネル登録、高評価をお願いいたします。次回の動画でまたお会いいたしましょう。ご視聴ありがとうございました。